Good evening and welcome to another IADC update. This evening we are back out in the field, and we do apologize for not having an update for you last week, but we're here again this week and we want to show you all the exciting things that are taking place on the site here at the Argyle International Airport. Now, when we left you the last time, we would have showed you that we were doing some asphalt work in the 3rd kilometer of the project, which is on the northern end. And on the southern end, which is where we are standing here in the 1st kilometer, we were actually doing some work on the southern turning head. This evening we are back and we do have some good news for you, because the work is progressing and it is progressing at a good pace. Now, here on the southern end, when we left you last, if I just ease one side here, we had a lot of work remaining to do on the southern turning head. And from where we are standing here this evening, you can see that the southern turning head is almost complete. Just a little bit of work remaining to be done there, and then that would be all complete. And as promised, we did say that when the work on the southern turning head is complete, we're going to take all the manpower or the equipment that we now have working here, and the full attention will be turned to the general aviation apron, where we have already laid some base material and they are now setting some of the molds to start the actual concrete work on that part of the aprons. Some other good news also in this area: we are looking at a completed stopway with asphalt and everything on it. So that is some good news, that we have this stopway like the one on the northern end. This is now completed, so there is no more work to be done on this stopway. So the stopway is completed, the turning head is almost completed, and what you're seeing way behind me, that looks as if we have started asphalt work on the runway itself. But we haven't actually started the asphalt work there. What we have done there is to put a protective coating of oil on the material that we have laid down there, so that that material doesn't get contaminated as we prepare to start the actual asphalting of that runway. So there's about 600 meters of runway area that we have put this protective coat on, and very soon we will see actual asphalt work starting in that area. So things are happening, we are moving along. We are going to take you across to the 3rd kilometer where we are doing the river works. I'm quite excited to see what's going on over there. I haven't been there in like a week, so like you, I'm going to find out exactly what is happening in that area and how things are progressing. So stay with us as we go over to the 3rd kilometer of the site. Thank you for staying with us. We are now deep in the heart of the 3rd kilometer of the Argyle International Airport construction site, and this is my favorite part of the project right now, because for me it's quite exciting to watch the kind of engineering work that they are doing here. And trust me, at the end of the construction phase of this airport, this is going to be a major talking point. The fact that we were able to span this river using a method that we have not seen anywhere in St. Vincent and the Grenadines before, probably not anywhere in the Caribbean, to have this runway strip running across here. So some serious engineering work is taking place, and every time we come around here, significantly more work is being done and is accomplished. Now, if you look behind me, you will see that a significant number of pieces of the culverts have already been assembled here inside of the riverbed, and the construction work on creating the foundation continues, as well as we have the base being laid for the riverbed, additional stones being placed on top what was there before. So we're doing a lot of reinforcement, a lot of concrete and steel work going on here in the river, and eventually this entire area is going to be covered with steel culverts all the way down to the end, and I am looking forward to that. So it's just a matter of time until we're able to have all of this work accomplished. We're having some dry weather now, and we thank God for that, and we pray that it will continue to hold, so it will allow us the time we need to have this work completed. Also, you will note that there is another smaller channel being constructed just to the right of here, and that channel will facilitate the run of water that will be coming from around the passenger terminal building area right around there that will be channeled right down into that, going down towards the Argyle Sea. So plenty work being done here. We continue to have our culverts painted not too far from here. Those are being spray painted so as to enhance the life of these culverts, and with that being done, we're expecting many more years to be added to the life of these before we have to do any sort of maintenance on them. So the work continues here. I'm going to go further north to see what is happening with the city fence work, if we have additional work being done there. If there is, then we'll bring it to you as well. So don't move. Stay with us as we continue to track the progress of the Argyle International Airport. Thank you for staying with us. As promised, we are going around the site to see exactly what is happening here at the Argyle International Airport. Now we are just above the 3rd kilometer, perched as usual in front of our favorite bar here at Pedestrian Vale, and we are overlooking where the city fence work is taking place. Now I'm sure you can see behind me that we continue to build up the city fences. They have placed additional material there, and indeed they continue to place material there daily. So you put material, you compact, you put more material, you compact, and when we get to the desired height that we are heading for, then you will see that we need to do some reinforcements. That's where the tetrapods will come in. So that work is taking place there, as well as we're continuing to do some work on the hill over here in the area of the Catholic Church, where the Catholic Church used to be, right in that general area that is west of the city fence, and we're actually doing a bit of blasting there right now, due to the fact that we found some very tough rocks that we weren't expecting to find there before. So that's happening there, and we're taking care of that as well. We can show you where we have done the work here on the stopway, the turning head, and the asphalt that we did, actual asphalt on that part of the runway in front of the turning head. That's about some 300 or so meters of asphalt pavement that we have done there. So in this area we have seen significant progress, and all around the site really the progress is moving along, and all the work is taking shape. So from here we are going to go back around into the 2nd kilometer, where we're now setting down some of the molds in anticipation of the start of the pavement on the general aviation apron, as well as where they're preparing the area for the construction of the fuel fan. So those are now the works we're going to show you as we go through this IADC update. Come with us. Thanks for coming with us. We are overlooking the 2nd kilometer of the project, and inside this kilometer is where you find all the aprons, you find the passenger terminal building, the parking lot, you name it, it's here, the taxiways, and straight across from here you can look over and see the fire station. That's the aircraft rescue and fire fighting building. Now, what's new in this area? What is new is that we have already laid base material in that area right next to the commercial apron, which is the general aviation apron. So we have laid base material there in anticipation of the pavement of that apron. And as we continue to prepare for that pavement, you will note that we are already laying down some of the molds that we need to be there so that we can start pouring concrete. As I mentioned when we were at the southern turning head, that work is being completed, that is almost finished, and as soon as they're finished around there, all of the resources will be channeled to this area so that we can have a quick start and a quick finish to the paving of this general aviation apron. When that is finished, we'll turn our attention next to the cargo apron, which would be in this general area adjacent to the general aviation apron, and it is in this area as well, down on the lower level, that we will see the construction of the cargo terminal, which will get going sometime soon. This area at the very top here, which is being prepared, this is what we are preparing in anticipation of the construction of the fuel farm. So the fuel farm will be in this general area. So you have the fuel farm, the cargo terminal, cargo apron, general aviation apron. These are the works that we have in this area to do. At the same time also, we are constructing additional drains in the area. So some drainage work is ongoing right here in this general area. And further across behind the terminal building, we continue the work on the parking lot, the wall that we are constructing there as well. We have some serious drainage work going on there as well. And we are also continuing work on the entrance access to the passenger terminal building. So all those are things that we are doing now in anticipation of being able to operate this airport sometime later this year. So we're looking forward to that, and hopefully all things being equal, we will get there. So from here we're going to go wrong to the Mount Pleasant corridor area, where we are proposing to do a new pedestrian access for persons who want to access Mount Pleasant and Warraco and Argyle by foot, because we are in the process of shutting off the pedestrian access that they use with the steps right now to facilitate the work down there in that area. So we're going to go around there, so don't leave just yet. We have that coming up shortly. Stay with us. Okay, thanks for staying with us. We are here on the Mount Pleasant side of the fence, and this is the general area in which we are proposing for pedestrians to use as an access to Warraco, deeper down into Mount Pleasant and Argyle, if you are accessing those areas by foot. Now usually you'd have gone right away around the corner to where the old Windward Highway once was and used the steps. Those of you who use it, you are familiar with it, you know what I'm talking about. You've been using those steps there, but we have since done some work there, and those steps are no longer very safe for you to use. So we're asking persons to desist or not to use those steps anymore, and to use this access that is here. I mean, this access has been here, and we are going to have it all cleaned up so that it is safer for you to use. Now, if you're wondering exactly where this access is, if you're familiar with the vegetable truck, the Rastaman who sells the vegetables right in the corner as you're coming in here into Mount Pleasant, it's just a few yards from him coming up. So as you turn the corner and you come up, it's on your right. The concrete strip is here, you can't miss it, and you'll be able to walk right down. We're having the area cleaned up, and the strip is really concrete all the way down. So where you exit is just down in the bottom, close to where the IDC lab is located currently. And from there you'll be able to get back onto the old road to go across to Warraco. So we're asking if you can, even from today, to start using this pedestrian access rather than the one that we have wrong there at the steps. As of Friday, you will not be able to use the steps again at all. That will be completely closed off. So if you can start now practicing to use this one, we'll be very grateful to you for doing that. We know it's a little bit more walk, it's a little longer walk, but it's a safer walk than what we have existing right now with the steps. So those steps, that access will be closed off by Friday of this week. So we're asking persons who are accessing that area, Mount Pleasant, Warraco, Argyle, by foot, to use this road. This is an existing road, it is public access, so there's no difficulty with using it, but we have it trimmed and cleaned so that it is even safer for you to use it. That is all from us today with the IADC update. I trust that it has been helpful to you, that you have seen the progress that we are seeing here at the Argyle International Airport, and I ask you to continue supporting the project as we continue to realize the Vincentian dream. We'll see you next time.